Hey, babies.
Yeah, we're playing.
It's time.
Playing Pesterquest.
For real this time. Vriska.
Yeah, it's this
The
one.
scourge of the high seas.
Apologies in advance for Cameron's obnoxious chewing noises.
I am a baby. Also, it's a boat. Must be Veska's boat. Vriska time.
You're stupid.
I'm sure people are already gonna be like, fucking, can't believe she's saying Vaska. That's so cringy.
It is cringy though.
I know.
It's stupid.
Anyway, so I'm gonna start saying Vriska now so that people don't shit their pants.
Your latest narrative jaunt has you walking down an Alternian shore. The two moons light up this beach cove in shades of pink and the lime green. Are you
Anyway.
Their reflections playing at shimmering patterns in the gentle waves.
What last narrative thing? Gamzee? What if we didn't do Gamzee first, though?
What are you talking about? It's his latest.
Latest narrative? Oh.
Stupid.
Okay.
It would be beautiful if not for the haggard monster's goals picking the flesh from dead and pungently rotting fish, crabs, and even one of their own. You keep your distance as they eye you warily, gore on their chipped beaks. These are not potential friends.
That's where you're wrong.
Everywhere you jump, serendipity seems to guide your hand. But would it be right to call you fortunate? The night is cool, almost cold. You kick a pure white seashell down the beach. It skips gracelessly in the dark gray sand. You have brought friends together and just barely begun to master this tremendous and strange new power. But no, you think, you are not fortunate. As you walk alone down the sand that's still radiating stored up heat from the searing day, you feel a pang. Something is missing. You know you've felt this way before, but you can't place when. You have a gulf within you, the width and breadth of this ocean. An isolation so plain, so true, that it seems impassable, invincible. You step on a weird bug and you don't even care. Yes, you are filled with a sudden, almost comforting conviction. Nothing you have done on your journey has really made a difference. If you can pick up and put down the lives of these alien weirdos and human weirdos and shake them like an Etch-a-Sketch when things go wrong, are you really accomplishing anything? Or are you just building shitty castles in the sand with flimsy plastic implements? Castles that won't mean shit for nothing when the tide rises. You've decided you are a creature of solitude. You are a rock. You are an island. From now on, you walk alone. Alright.
Oh.
Yeah. There may be an angled figure crouched with terrible posture on a dock ahead, sure. That figure may be sitting next to an intriguing-looking moored ship, yes. But surely one glimpse of a potential life to meddle in won't immediately make you fall off the wagon back to a life of itinerant friendship, right?
Wrong.
Yep. Oh, sweet, a new friend. God damn it. You amble over to the girl, hunched on the dock, like the stupid thembo friend slut you are, doing an acrobatic fucking pirouette off the wagon.
Oh my god, they use Dumbo.
Yeah.
Alright.
She hasn't seen you yet, so you watch her like a creep. She's leaning over a complicated pile of papers, erasing boxes and filling them in again. Every once in a while she pauses to roll various dice. It's flarp time.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you take one step onto the wooden deck, she looks up and jumps with a feline quickness into a standing position, looking immediately ready for a fight.
Whoa! What are you?
Oh, what are you? Jesus Christ. You raise your hands in a pathetic sort of I'm innocent and weak motion, which for you is basically any motion.
Wait a second. You're that weirdo that was bothering Kanaya, aren't you?
Yep, you're exactly that weirdo, and now you're here saying hello to a new stranger and maybe make a new friend.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great?
Great. Just what I needed. More meddling. I know I'm the coolest, but I'm kind of busy right now. Big campaign tonight.
Dude, you are so good at campaigns, you tell her. You're all about hope and change. You helped Al Gore hang a Chad. Tippecanoe and Tyler, too.
What even the fuck are you saying? Don't call me dude. Or anything else for that matter.
You mean you're down to help? Maybe be her campaign manager?
Okay, in context, it's at least a little more natural. Ha! I'm the captain here, buddy. But as it happens, I'm currently all out of first mates. Wanna be my swabby? Wait, wanna be a swabby? Oh, I like that expression.
Gross. Oh, it's like a boat thing.
Yes?
So that's why there's a boat there. What are all the papers on the ground for?
The campaign, dumbass. Have you never flarped before?
Stupid.
They're the character sheets for me. The greatest petticoat seagrift ever to sail the 8 seas. You mean 7?
No.
One of our friends was raised in a cave, and she still knows what flarp is.
Well, you can zap over to the cave and ask her then. Her look of indifference is immediately replaced with a tilt of the head, as though your threat to leave caught her attention.
Ew. Not unless you want to smell like cat piss for weeks and get high off secondhand nib. Look, it's simple. Pick a name and roll up some stats. For example, I am Marquis Spinneret Mindfang. I'm the Scourge of the High Seas, an undefeated champion of naval flarp. My colors on the horizon turn even high-bloods into sniveling cowards.
You say that sounds really cool, but aren't troll names 6 letters long? You mean you've only met a couple before this, but for some reason you have a really strong sense of the rules here.
I'm in character here. Try to keep up.
You guess that explains the outfit. She seems really into this. Maybe weirdly into this. It's all a bit intense. Isn't this just a game?
Flarp is more than just a game. And I'm the best there is. How about this? If you agree to make a character and sail with me, I'll tell you my real name.
Look at her elaborate costume over at her ship and decide. Why the hell not? You've already made your friend bed, and now you have to sleep in it. Not that you're going to sleep or anything. That would be pretty patently ridiculous.
Oh.
Epic. I'll, dig the fucking Sprite out of the files.
Okay, let's walk you through this. You should be flattered that a master gamer like me is giving you the full tutorial. I had to read the books myself, with no help. The first thing you do is roll values for each of the 10 dice rostra. Simple, right?
Oh god. She pops a huge bag of dice out of her Silodex and starts handing you groups at a time. You roll 2d4 for Dice Rostrum Throne of the Empress and get 2 1s. You roll 66 for Dice Rostrum Conductor's Stand, and 6 fucking snake eyes stare up at you from the wood of the dock.
Oh my god. Wow. You're really bad at this. You gotta blow on the dice, Donna.
you gotta whisper at them. Fucking commune. You gotta hand it to her. When she's right, and she's right, so she's right.
It's really just luck, honestly. She's not whatever.
She's just passively stealing it from us.
Yeah.
You finished all 26 dice rolls required for this game, and you've gotten the lowest on each one. What rotten luck.
What the God, the odds.
These things are loaded.
Yeah, they are.
I swear to God.
I've never seen anyone roll this low before. I didn't even know you could get a 0. What
the fuck? What kind of dice have 0 on it?
What the fuck? It's okay. Like, one of them, fell off the dock. Well, that's a 0.
Okay.
It's okay. We can save this by putting the stats in the right place. Uh-huh. Put all our 1s and 0s in the right places.
She flips to another page of the player's handbook that shows you the attributes of Flarp. For some reason, you can read them despite just arriving on this planet for the first time.
Like I was just in English for it.
Right?
So, your Vim, Grit, Pulcherite, and Grace combine with real-life vitals to make your AP. HP.
What did you say? What the fuck? This is Pulchritude.
Pulchritude, what did I say?
I said Pulcherite, get out of here. Wait, real-life vitals? Your body is weak and shitty. Is this some kind of hardcore game? The most dangerous game? If you die in the game, you die in real life?
Absolute. Yeah? You didn't know?
The sheer combined shock of what you don't know could kill an elephant quicker than Thomas Edison trying to discredit an immigrant.
Okay. You get to roll again when you level up, so you won't be so pathetic forever. I mean, if you survive. But with a scourge like me at your side, you're on easy street. I'm jealous of you, really.
You gulp and nod. Okay, let's finish this. The Marquise grins.
She's so manipulative sometimes.
Her lipstick smears a bit where her fangs jut out.
She's pretty like upfront about everything. It's just like she makes it sound, well, I guess she's not really that manipulative. She's just like,
I've yet to see any manipulation, just being a snood.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But like, no, you know what? You're right. Anyway, sorry. There was one particular line. That's all. Keep going.
You'd think that's just how it is for trolls wearing lipstick, but Kanaya's was perfect. She pulls an 8-ball out of her pocket and smashes it suddenly and violently on the dock. You jump at the noise. She looks at you pitifully and then decides not to make fun of you. Out of the wrecked plastic sophistic sphere, a gross fucking grubby worm appears. It's like the size of a wiener dog. It's wriggling. You see that it's pulsating.
Is it gonna lay its eggs?
What? They're covered in...
You don't know what it is? It's the thing that like lays the eggs that like hatch into the little things that go over the things.
What?
It like hatches the little stat bats.
Oh.
Remember?
Why'd it come out of an 8-ball?
I don't know.
Covered in the blue tinted...
That's just where she kept it.
Okay. Covered in the blue tinted family recreation water once inside an 8-ball. The grub's swollen ovipositor glistens.
Hey!
It extends to deposit a massive brood of eggs, each glowing in the center with a slowly pulsating LED light.
Aw, yeah.
This is so fucking gross. You look away and dry heave a bit, leaning off the dock. So far this game sucks ass.
Jig.
Oh no. Oh.
Don't tell me you've never seen a game grub before.
You tell her you have never seen a game grub before. Also, maybe she should give a content warning before she makes you watch a thing that includes a glistening ovipositor.
What?
Shit. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Here. You bring up the pause menu, click on warnings, and give it a read before making an informed decision. Have these been here the whole time? I don't know, have they? What pause menu? Epic. Okay. Well,
awesome.
I'm not gonna bother. I don't believe in content warnings.
Yeah, neither do I.
Vriska taps your foot impatiently while you fuck around in the game client.
I might look at them later just to see what the fuck they put in there. That's about it. Barack Obama, content warning.
Yeah. For some reason, seeing a full list of content warnings isn't easing your anxiety about what's ahead. It reminds you of something that once made you really angry. In fact, you're especially worried about the gore and death tags. Maybe you should just piece out of this.
Oh my god, I want to see more, please.
There's basically no harm whatsoever in you yeeting out of this one, and it might save you a drowning for good measure.
They're like trying to tell us like make sure you're okay with this.
Is this another like fucking Link situation?
Yeah, it might be. I think this is them trying to be like, back out now if you're a pansy baby.
If you're a baby, you can click away anytime. You're not missing anything. Not that flirtation with dangerous ends is exactly rare for you. Yeah, here we go.
Alright, let's just peace out.
Yeah, peace out, bitches. You know what?
Just kidding, that's the good ending.
You know what? You're not feeling up to tabletop gaming today. You close your eyes and feel yourself sink into another narrative.
Wait. Your loss.
Epic.
Oh.
You got him.
Okay, I guess we're gone.
We vanished into thin air.
Also, they didn't show us the grub in this particular ending.
Nope. It disappeared with us.
No, we stole it on accident.
Anyway, that was dumb. Obviously, we're gonna play Flark with Vriska.
Yeah!
You know what? You're an informed reader and a prepared gamer.
Yep.
You got this. You ask Vriska, what's next? She points to one of the glowing, blinking eggs, which is...
Yeah, see?
Wait. We ask Vriska, We're not supposed to know her name yet.
Whatever.
Points to one of the glowing, blinking eggs, which is hatching a pixelated-looking bat. I remember now. Okay. I still don't know why it was in the 8-ball, but alright.
Whatever, she just put it in there.
It flaps its way into the air with a high-pitched squeak. Oh. You know, maybe it has something to do with the Sylladex?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right!
Maybe. She had like a weird Sylladex.
That's right, she had like a weird, like, dong Sylladex.
Anyway, and starts glowing and projecting a holographic image of a torch.
Alright, all you have to do is assign your dice rostra on your attribution sconce? Sconce.
What?
Pick your best and worst stats. Your top 2 stats determine your starting class. You are so bad at explaining this. Like, I'm not even looking at the sheet, but like, if I had the sheet, I can promise you that this is... If I didn't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons or anything like that.
I feel like it would be easier to explain without using the terminology.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, alright, now put your stats in your rostra on like the fucking sconce or whatever, like...
They cut the fleeb.
Yeah, they cut the fleeb. What do they rub it with? They rub it with the plumbus. I think they rub the plumbus with the fleeb. Anyway. There's a lot of classes, but I'm already the best one. Okay, what are the classes, Vriska? What do the classes mean?
Alright, well, that seems simple enough.
Oh, really?
Drag attributes into the dice rostrum you want to utilize for them. This decision is permanent, so make sure you are satisfied before pressing finalize and ensconcing them. Epic.
We get to pick! Petard's worst nightmare.
Your 2 highest attributes are Grit and Grace. Your starting class will be Equine Linebacker.
Ha!
Oh,
That's
Christ.
my neighbor's class. I only ever got him to play once, though.
Oh no.
We just fucking go through by ourselves and look at them all.
There better not be like a fucking...
Unique one for each one?
Yeah. I'm gonna kill myself.
A max level Petticoat Seagrift and a level 1 Equine Linebacker. Not exactly the meta strat. You're lucky you're paired with the #1 gamer on Alternia. Before I can carry you to victory, we need just one more thing.
There's more of this bullshit. What now? Is a giant sandworm going to poke its head out of the sand and puke up some more fucking game mechanics that will be described in excruciating narrative detail? I hope so.
yeah, same. Quit being so dramatic. Your character needs a name.
Oh boy. Oh, a name. You already have one of those though. You told Jaded already? But man, you're not feeling as comfortable with it right now for some reason. Why is thinking of yourself as a distinct being with an identity and history feel so uncomfortable? What's wrong with you? Might as well just make up a character name. Name your character.
Yay! Let's name it, Go for it. I cannot stress this enough. No fucking doubles. We don't even need to know her name yet.
Got him.
Try, Terezi?
Terezi. Oh.
As soon as you say it, Vriska narrows her eyes at you. Without warning, she pushes you off the dock into the briny Alternian waters.
We get an achievement? No. No achievement.
Oh,
Dang.
that's too bad.
Oh no. Gotta go through this again. I don't remember what RAS is.
That's the kind of confidence I'm looking for. Unlike some weenies I flarped with before.
Alright.
Not exactly, okay, yeah.
Okay, let's name the character. Dave. Just Dave by itself.
Yeah.
Alright.
The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, Dave. Nepeta. Can you be a little more creative? Jeez.
There is he again.
Yeah.
Nope.
No!
This one just kills you.
Okay, Equius?
No.
No, okay. Kanaya? No, okay.
Nope.
So it's just Terezi then, and herself.
Mm-hmm.
The Marquise, Scrungus the Bold. Alright. The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, Scrungus the Bold.
As soon as you confirm your name, the other eggs start squelching and cracking into little flying holographic biotech projectors of various shapes and sizes. Moths and dragonflies and lightning bugs zipping off into the distance.
Alright, sweet.
Vriska catalogs all her various books and character sheets, pushes her eye patch glasses up the bridge of her nose, and clambers up the gangplank of her ship, which you see has a name painted on the side in cerulean script as you follow her.
We might have to cut out some of this because we dicked around for so long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to put in so many edits.
You dummy.
Make it not terrible.
Brigantine.
Here, hold this.
Vriska hands you a rope and you hold onto it, keeping the mainsail rolled up as she scurries to and fro, aft and bow, across the deck of the ship, making adjustments.
I don't understand how your stats affect you at all if your body is
like the same.
Must be like magic, because I mean there are bats that float over you or something.
Yeah,
so
apparently. You watch her try to tie a double bowline, but struggle with the dexterity of her mechanical fingers, swearing in frustration under her breath.
Okay.
You politely look away and try to make idle conversation. You ask for her end of the bargain.
What?
Her name. You made a character, she tells you her name. That's the deal. Secures another rigging and stomps back over to you.
You haven't really made a character until you're in costume.
Is your fit not already fresh? Perhaps even the freshest?
Here.
Dumps an extra outfit out of her inventory, looking almost exactly like an earlier version of hers. Smaller, with more amateur stitching. You put on the big bridge coat and feel super badass. She looks at you, tilts her head to evaluate, and then grabs a jaunty hat, feather and all, from her Silvex and pops it on your head.
Nice. Alright. My name's Vriska.
Got him.
Vriska Circuit. Don't you forget it.
Oh, what did you say? Vriska Circuit, or the Marquise, satisfied with her preparation, snatches the rope from you and lets it go, unfurling the mainsail. She practically skips to the captain's wheel, ready to steer the brigantine out of the harbor. Real name basis is one step closer to friendship, but for a moment you feel like you got told that name already. Your brain is messed up enough without remembering stuff that maybe didn't happen in canon, if canon is even a real thing that means something anymore. Your unsettling metatextual introspection is interrupted by Vriska shouting,
Roll for initiative!
Are we fighting now?
Alright, here we go.
You hear the buzz of projector bugs boarding your ship, and soon 4 flickering holograms appear on the main deck looking like lurching zombie trolls. You already hear dice rattling on the deck, and you look over at her to cheat and figure out what you need to roll.
Alright, I'm starting with an 18.
You roll an 18 on a d20.
Looks like you gotta subtract the modifier. 19. Huh, guess you go first, Scrungus the Bold.
Alright. This is it. It's LARPing time. You look down at the piece of paper with your abilities on it, and ready to cast a magic missile, or Bugsby's grasping hand, or some shit. You pick the top attack from the list. It's your special class ability. You channel the spirit of the vainglorious bastard, point straight at one of the holographic zombies, and yell that you're casting gun. You grab a d20 and blow on it in your hand. You're Lady Luck. No snake eyes, other gambling turns, whatever. You let the icosahedron of tabletop destiny drop through the air, awaiting the result with bated breath.
Snake eyes.
You get a 2 and miss. God damn it. Vriska laughs out loud.
Check out how a real gamer does it.
Never do that again. And he shows you how a real gamer does it over the course of this and the next 4 holographic encounters of
She just fucking calls herself a gamer. Anyway.
ballooning complexity, tediousness, difficulty, and word count. She just rolls so many goddamn dice and keeps track of so many goddamn stats. You like pick up the dice afterward? They're just gonna roll around on
No.
on the
She
ground.
just rolls them and then like takes out another fucking slot of her inventory. Just fucking infinite dice. It keeps the monsters at bay because they can't walk. That is her weapon.
It's your turn to roll. You just throw it off the ship. What do I get? You're overwhelmed, bewildered, and tired of doing math in pencil by the time the last squid-themed holomonster dies. You were worried about the danger of this game before, but it seems like the only way you're gonna die today is from fucking boredom. Then you spot it. A schooner painted all in black emerges from the fog. You shout to Vriska that there's a ship on the port horizon. Vriska looks right. Does she not know the difference between port and starboard? You point in the proper direction, and she gives that mischievous grin of hers.
Now it's time for the real action. We've entered the PvP enabled zone.
Oh god.
Sweet, thank God. Okay, I thought we were just on deck for a while. Because, you know.
It's cast gun. Puts aside her character sheets and dice, drawing a blue saber. She holds it in one hand, the ship's wheel in the other. How the fuck does this work? How do you prevent people from cheating?
Yeah, honestly, I have no
What
idea.
if they just kill you in the middle?
Well, then they just kill you in the middle. It's not fun anymore. Then it's just murder.
While you're holding the fucking stupid dice in your hand. You're like, okay, now I need to fucking roll 25.
You have to sort of consensually play with people. You have to, like, get a group of people that you're willing to play with.
This seems antithetical to the culture of Alternia, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my god.
That's the route. The ship of the Dreadclaw Ophelia. Okay. Top of the naval flarp leaderboards. She's got a whole crew on that boat.
Are you insane?
But she's just another rich sea dweller with hired help. And she's been too scared to face me. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Vriska's pointed your ship straight at the Rue and you picked up speed. You can make out a troll girl with finned ears and a gaudy purple outfit that you'd describe as a sexy pirate Halloween costume from the world's most bougie party city. Dreadclaw Ophelia. It's absolutely garish compared to Vriska's more normcore approach to RP activewear, but dressed much more humbly than the captain are a bunch of low bloods standing behind her, clutching shitty rusty swords and shaking.
Okay, here we go. So let's bring the fight to her. It's a good thing I have mind control, because now they're all toast.
You're not slowing down. You're pointed straight at the enemy hull. Okay. Vriska steers your ship directly into the well-appointed schooner, and you struggle to keep your feet at the shock of impact, which knocks the violet blood and her frightened thralls to the deck of the Rue. She yells over the din of horrific wood-on-wood screeching.
Hey, Swabby! Wanna be really good at sword fighting?
You look at her with stars in your eyes. Yes, you do want to be really good at sword fighting. You nod eagerly, and she underhand tosses you her blue-hilted saber, which you catch eagerly.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Oh.
Well,
It begins.
Vriska grins back, puts her hand to her temple, and squints with her one good eye. The 7 red dots of her prosthetic seem to smear and blur as your vision loses focus. You've managed well to this point as first mate of the brigantine, but your sea legs seem to give out on you all at once. You drop the sword you were just given, and it clatters to the deck. You try to tell her something's wrong, but your mouth lolls open and you drool a bit. A dull pain gains a sharp and sudden clarity. It feels as though 8 spindly legs are crawling on your head. No, in your head. Each footfall feels more like a knife cutting through butter. Well, we just fall asleep. At some point, all sensation slips into nothing and you follow the sword to the ground asleep.
This is what happened last time Vriska tried to mind control a human.
Yep. Just doesn't work.
Yep. What the fuck? Wake up, moron!
You don't hear that and you don't wake up. The salt and swell of the ocean gives way to the rustling of alien trees. No longer do you hear the scream of gulls following your ship, or waiting for corpses and gore to tumble overboard. It's all peaceful. Consciousness returns to you, and its first present is the discovery that you're face down in a slightly wet dirt. Some got in your mouth. You spit it out and sit up brushing muck off your flarp costume. Wait, that's not a flarp costume. That's a hoodie with a jagged cerulean symbol. A different symbol on it. Loose fitting, as though it belonged to a friend. Huh.
Nope.
Half memories swim in your mind as you take in the scene, just as familiar as your clothing. A stump sitting in a clearing between the trunks of purple-treed Alternian forest. A harpoon sticks out of it. Huh.
Oh! He got kidnapped. By none other than the baby.
This stump
I'm glad he has a sprite, which means maybe he'll be next.
would typically fill you with unease, an aura of death and defeat. But a squirrely silhouette cuts through the darkness, and you step further into the clearing and feel your heart lift. Oh god.
Oh!
What?
That's not what I
What in the goddamn...
thought it was Aridin.
Stupid.
Hang on, wait, go back.
You thought it was Aridin? Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I can see why.
Because the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do it again one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying.
I see it.
I figured it was Aridin because we're on Vriska's route.
Yeah.
They flarp with each other.
What in the goddamn...
Hiya, Boulder.
Sitting there on the stump, kicking bare feet back and forth, tilting her head to the side and smiling impishly is your friend Boulder Lamati. You remember her. You remember her.
Psst. Fancy seeing you here. That's a joke. I'm a figment of your imagination. I was expecting you the whole time.
She pats the stump next to her in an inviting gesture, and you sit down. You feel less adrift than you can ever remember. You tell her you missed her.
Of course you did. You've gotten yourself into a real mess, dear friend.
You ask about all your old friends. Sitting next to you, you play flip through your mind clear as day, as though the memories were never locked away in the first place. How are Tagore and Gaelic doing? Has she run into Ardata again? What's going on in the neighborhood? Do folks miss you? The last question collapses her wry smile into a genuine crestfallen expression.
I can't really tell you that for sure. You've seen it for yourself, just how much he can do. There's a whole other disturbance in this neighborhood, and it has his nefarious fingerprints all over it. It's almost like he was preparing for this. But I try to stay one step ahead and remember what I'm fighting for. Do you?
The question is arresting. What are you doing? Even with your memory clouded, you've just been bumbling into other people's stories, breaking things as you go.
Well, there's nothing wrong with breaking things. It's like they say. Sometimes you have to compromise a few unfertilized CLICKBAIT embryos in the name of a complete breakfast.
You tell her you haven't had a good breakfast in ages. One of the places you were at had swords in the fridge. Also, you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
You're going where the river takes you. But things are different now. There is a great power within you that you are just now realizing. The power to shape the river, to use its waters to scour the lands as you please. A power even he doesn't fully understand.
You look down at your hands.
This is interesting.
Sitting next to her, you start to remember the green room, the store you've fallen into. You tell her there's so much broken and you have no idea how to fix it. You tell her you wish she was real, not just in your head. She'd know what to do. She tilts her head again, inquisitively.
Am I, though? Just in your head, I mean. The story is only broken if you accept that it is broken. If you think of the story as something given to you. But it's not. Puppet masters may try and tell you that the strings they are pulling are the only ones.
As she says this, her head jerks back oddly. She continues whispering, calm as ever.
Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone tell you that this story belongs to them. Not him. Not anyone. It's fading away. Oh.
You feel it too. It feels like threads tug at your body, and it hurts even more. Her limbs twitch and pull in gruesome pantomime as more and more strings loop around her and disappear skyward. They nearly surrounded her completely, but you are powerless to resist, paralyzed.
It's for you. It's always been for you. Remember, friend, the only question. Oh.
She only manages to spit out 4 more words as she is swallowed up and tangled in a spider's web of marionette string, choked and broken.
What will you do?
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're here again? God damn it.
Every day. The whole scene.
Can't wait to be friends with Vriska.
Oh, yeah. The whole scene seems to melt away in searing green, and you are falling, dancing beneath the skilled hands controlling you. He is here. He was already. The ticking of 1,000 clocks, exactly in time, echoes around you. Did you miss me? I seem to be on your mind. I'm flattered. It's no wonder you're thinking about me just after meeting one of my greatest disappointments. You really do spend too much time around willful little girls. It may start to give you ideas. Ideas of choice, of challenge. Irrelevant because those holding the strings decided you're relevant. An observer.
I like how he's just... I think he's talking about Boulder here. Anyway.
The show must go on. But don't make the mistake these little ingrates did. It can go on without you. The bits that really matter, at least. What's that? Am I doing this? I'm afraid not, darling. I don't even know to what you're referring. Tears sear at the edge of your eyes again. You try to keep Boulder's words in your mind as the strings squeeze the breath out of you. What will you do? Another voice seems to answer from another place entirely, scratchy and loud. It says, fix this. You wake up. Cold stone and draft greets you. Charming. Epic. You blearily open your eyes, memories of the dream already fading into wisps in your mind. You're in the cluttered bedroom, or the cluttered respite block that you're sure is Vriska's, based on the broken 8-balls scattered everywhere. You pick yourself up off the ground and try to think about how you got here. You passed out back in the brigantine. She must have brought you home. Where is she? You turn around and see a window. You look outside and see a dramatic scene below. Vriska is mind-controlling a group of thralls. Once you must have won off of Dreadclaw while you were out cold. They're marching one by one towards a massive web. Well, perched in the web is a giant spider, heaving, hulking, hungry. Vriska's about to feed the losers of this game to her lesses. Alright. Epic.
Let's go intervene.
Choice 2. Holy shit. This was supposed to be a game. These innocent kids are getting fed to a fucking spider, and it's all because of your definitely essential contributions to Vriska's victory. This is so messed up. Games don't cause violence, you think, as you rush down to the stairwell. They can't. Vriska is going to discredit an entire generation of gamers and add fuel to the fire of anti-gaming activism with this kind of behavior. Oh, and also kill some kids. That's like normal Eternia stakes though. You gotta defend the integrity of Fortnite, that's much more important, obviously. Oh boy. You rush out into the late night air, too late to save a tranquilized, mind-controlled olive blood from being torn asunder. Vriska's Lesses holds the troll boy in her forelegs, petty palps tearing through clothing, and chelicerae,
I guess.
tearing into gray flesh. It's feeding a winding intestine into her mouth. You feel like you're gonna yarts. You have no idea what you're doing, standing out here alone against a giant monster and this gaggle of mind-controlled thralls. But you gulp down some air and yell, "Stop!" Vriska turns to you, and she doesn't look like she's doing a lot better, frankly. She's got a similarly sick expression on her face, but something in her eyes is dead, resigned. Her expression crumples into a scowl.
What the fuck are you doing?
She squints her one eye in pain like there's a voice screaming inside her head.
I know, okay? I know. I'm dealing with it.
She steps up toward you and you see a cerulean dice appear one at a time between her fingers. Oh, okay. The dice are sparkling with cold blue flame. You suddenly feel as though you're going to have a very, very bad time.
This is stupid. Alright. First you fall asleep on me, like a weenie, and I have to fight the last encounter all on my own. Then I carry you back to safety, even though we just met. You owe me! Turn around and go back. Now.
You look up past her at the giant spider. The awful noise of squelching has stopped. 8 eyes are trained on you, blinking out of order. A spattered pollock palette of multicolored blood is smeared all over her slavering mouth. There's 7 trolls still standing there beside her, mindless, mouths lolling. Next. You don't turn around. You don't go back. You stand your ground, unarmed and without a plan. Surely your new friend will see how wrong this is. Vriska looks hurt for a moment, betrayed, but the same glare settles back on her face.
You think you're a big hero stopping this dangerous bitch, right? Happy as a bivalve?
Bivalve.
As a bivalve mollusk about your little protagonist moment. You're being stupid and don't understand what's happening here. What I have to do. You can't fix this. Nobody can. So now you're just another little weenie who thinks they're a hero and I'm a villain. So sure, I'll play ball. I'll be exactly what you want.
Oh boy. He tosses the dice on the ground. What will we get? I wonder.
Fairness restraint.
The dice glow with a blue flame as they tumble to a stop. An ethereal whip materializes and snaps around your ankles, and you are dragged dizzyingly fast towards the spider's web. Well, the friction of your ass on the rocky cliff face tears the butt off your flarp costume, exposing your delicate cheeks to chafing. Your greatest asset. But things get far worse than that as you are flung directly into the clutches of the horrific arachnid. Well, the fangs of Vriska's Lesses pierce your skin and puff you full of numbing venom that causes everything to fade to black and static numbness.
Oh.
Which is good, because she's beginning to eat you alive. It's also good, because you can't see or hear a little girl stifle a sniffle, holding herself with crossed arms, one mechanical, and rocking back and forth, watching another friend consumed by this chaos that never leaves her. Great work, hero. You got bored.
Yay! What is that? Oh, that must be, like, our costume.
Yeah,
Our hat, yeah.
that's our hat. It sure was nutly. Okay. Holy shit. Vriska's Lessus is a giant spider monster that eats children. This explains so much, and also raises a significant number of questions that you're going to think about while not watching these kids get eaten. You look for something to distract yourself with. You spot a black raggedy book, much older than anything else in this room, with Vriska's symbol on the cover. Oh boy. You reach for it and open it up, flipping to a random page and seeing what looks like a journal scrawled in cerulean, but not in Vriska's handwriting from your character sheet. Looking inside the first page, you see the name Mindfang. You read, and holy shit, you're very unsure this is appropriate for a young girl to be reading. You keep flipping through to different parts, and wow, it just gets worse. Vriska named her character after this. You lose yourself in hate reading Mindfang's long stories about petty crime, dubious consent, and weirdly detailed descriptions of the outfits of a woman named Red Glare. You're surprised then when Vriska walks up the stairs, hands in her pockets, looking at the ground. She doesn't even look at you before sitting down on the floor across from you, cross-legged and staring 1,000 yards into the distance. She rocks back and forth, hands still in her pockets. You go to give her a reassuring pat on the back. As soon as you touch her metal shoulder, a cold even through her shirt, she turns to you with a jumping glare and hisses like a cat before facing away again.
Okay.
You get the message.
Alright, Vriska.
Alright. Takes an 8-ball out of her inventory again, and then savagely, brutally beats it on the stone floor of her room until it's nothing but shards and a puddle. Then the two of you sit. She occasionally picks through the debris of the 8-ball and rocks, clenching and unclenching her fists. But as the minutes pass, her breathing slows bit by bit. You don't say a word or bring up what happened. She's the one who talks first.
Earlier you seemed, like, confused about why I cared so much about playing a character.
She thumbs the dog-eared edge of a worn piece of paper in her sharp-clawed hand, staring at the wall. She's still got blood on her jacket, blood that almost makes you retch with the memory of spidery mandibles devouring your spoils. One glimpse of it made you sick. What would dozens do? Hundreds?
I mean, it seems obvious to me that the Marquise is the greatest and coolest character ever made. But I've been her for so long, it's sort of like a part of me. Everybody's throwing shapes every day and acting like something, right? But most people are so boring. They don't dress up, they don't act. They're always so obsessed with being the exact kind of troll they were yesterday. Maybe you don't have to be the same. Maybe you can go on message boards and try out being someone new and find out you like it. Maybe it's nice to be called something your Lessus doesn't call you. And meet people who only ever know you as the girl online or on the other ship who is like super badass and good at things. Come on, you can't tell me you've never wanted to be someone else. Okay, so I see what the implications are, but like, I don't think it's like it's a little heavy-handed, but it's not like so heavy-handed that it can't be interpreted another way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it.
You've edged a bit closer to her during this rant and are looking at the sheet of paper in her hand. It's a spreadsheet-looking series of boxes she's filled in with red ink. Well. Name, Marquis Spinneret Mindfang. Class, Petticoat Sea Rift. Gender, F.
Female.
Levels, all of them. She's doodled all over the margins, art of her captaining ships and swinging swords and drinking out of goblets. Have you ever wanted to be someone else? The question makes you uncomfortable. Just pondering who you are now fills you with unease. Fuck playing a character, filling out a sheet like this for yourself seems impossible. A piece of paper representing all your physical and mental attributes. A blank canvas, the common outlines thereon, defining the boundaries of every conceivable personality. You don't even know how you'd fill in the gender box. You've been busy making friends, okay? Suddenly she turns on you, and there's a desperate kind of crazy intensity in her good eye, like her gaze will burn you.
You're going to leave, aren't you? No, yeah, of course. Everybody does. Do you think I like this? I used to have a partner. She didn't like it either. But she helped anyway. Like you, I guess. Except she didn't puke when she saw blood. And also not like you at all. She made rules. She loves rules. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not like, big on those. Malignant queens broke rules all the time. And that's just what you've got to do to survive. To make the voice stop, haranguing me. And like, she heard her Lussus in her head, too. But she didn't need anything from her. What's that even like? I've gotta be the best. I have to. I didn't get all the levels just to look at them on the sheet. You saw me out there, it's dangerous. She tried to kill me and left me alone. And then I got even. And then I got even because that's what you have to do to backstabbers. Like, no comma there. But I still don't feel even. It doesn't bother her. Nobody ever cares. They just leave and move on. And I'm still stuck here on this stupid world. How are people mad at me for putting losers out of their fucking misery? This planet fucking sucks.
Ooh boy, that's a lot. You let her finish her tirade. He doesn't look straight at you for the whole thing.
Man, she's awfully emotional.
You gently ask about how her Moirail, who you did just befriend, would feel about her saying she's alone. You see a lot of thoughts flicker through her head and a lot of expressions dance across her face. She settles onto a look like she's smelling something off.
People always want shit from other people. Sometimes you know somebody, and you can't describe, like, what your whole deal is. You grow up with these ideas about what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be. You get handed down these strict categories, tables in your player's handbook. And you read stories or journals or whatever that say, this is a matesprit. You feel like this about them. And you have a Moirail that meddles with you because you're just too broken for her, and she wants. Wants? I wasn't sure if it weren't clicking because I like missed one or something.
You tell me.
Or you get told, oh, this is what a rival looks like. And then you look at your black date, and it's just an absolutely repulsive, slimy eel who always wants you to kiss him, and ew. Man, I could really upgrade in that department. It's Ayrton.
Yep.
But then there's someone that comes along, and none of that stuff makes sense to you. You just like being with her. Or it's not even like you just feel like shit makes more sense with her. I would say it's like you have this voice in your head saying you're not good enough all the time, but she makes it quiet, but I actually do have a voice. Oh, she makes it quiet. It's just there's no punctuation. But I actually do have a voice in my head saying I'm not good enough. God, I'm not explaining this right. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, yeah, that's a doomsday device. Everyone leaves, nobody cares, and we're all waiting on a call up to war. And look, I'm ready. I'm the best at war. It's just a big flarp. But I'd rather have a plan B.
You give Vriska a moment to breathe. You don't give her a reassuring touch on the back, remembering her jump and hiss when you tried that last. She's like a feral cat, this girl. The tangled, greasy hair droops over shoulders that are always hunched up, like something would come for her throat if she exposed it to anyone. You wonder if she ever let her shoulders down around the girl she's talking about. An ex, perhaps? Of course she did. You wonder if she will again. You hear a in your ear, and a squirrely little laugh, and suddenly remember a green room, and that you've had this thought before somehow.
Uh-huh.
You ask her the question that's been consuming you, or more accurately, not consuming you. Why were you left up here when everyone else got fed to the spider? She tenses up immediately when you ask this, and takes some time to clench her fists, then release them.
Some people are off limits. She has to eat, but she doesn't eat my friends when I bring her enough food.
And you're counted off as off limits. You're one of her friends.
Oh my god. Don't get a big head about it.
Yes, I win.
yeah.
Goodbye. I'm done now.
yeah. I wouldn't let her eat Karkat either. And he's not like my BFFC for life or anything. Plus you helped me out. And that's the pirate code.
That's okay.
Plus Fussy Fangs would be mad.
It must be hard separating trolls into two classes.
Plus. Okay, got it.
Two classes, friends and food, like that. It must be hard, and nobody understands.
Oh, we're so edgy. I mean, that's how it works here. Everybody's got someone to kick down on. Someone to kick down on. Except Restbloods. But them's the breaks. Somebody's got to be on the bottom to keep the whole shebang afloat.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Killing people lower down than you is what all the school feeds say you're supposed to do. To get ready for a life of space war against. Well, it mostly seems like they just kill more lowbloods. That's all it ever is. My ancestor.
He looks left and right as though she's going to be overheard, then leans in smirkingly. He sounds like he's letting you in on a secret.
Secret, but with a
secret. It's you.
My ancestor Mindfang. She sailed around being the terror of the high seas for a while, but she fell in with a group that was going to do something about all that. A bunch of weirdos led by a mutant who wanted revolution. I've always wanted to be like her. And that's why I'm gonna date Karka. I liked using her name more than my own for a while. Dressing up like her, learning to sail. But I always end up back here with a pile of corpses. That's having a Lussus, right? Sometimes you don't get to do what you want to do. She talks to me, you know. It only stops when she's full. Always. Okay, wait. There's 8. Always whispering in my head. Saying I was fatter than her. Saying I deserved all the things that happened to me.
Oh.
Okay, so you have some sort of weird, like Lussus communion thing going on with your Lussus, kind of like Terezi.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was bleeding out on this floor.
You look at the cold, cluttered, uncomfortably drafty room. Whatever happened to her face and arm must have happened here. You see a broken figure silhouetted on the wall. You look back at Vriska, and you know what she is. For all the bombast, insults, killing, you're looking at a survivor. You're looking at someone who did nothing wrong. And you remember Dave's carefully crafted defense of a persona. You remember Rose eating oatmeal for dinner in a drafty brutalist mansion. Jade in the shadow of a volcano raising herself. The world can be as brutal as this one. Earth makes survivors too, and you have made a difference for them one at a time. All of that nihilistic bullshit earlier feels like it was shouted at you by some meddling voice, someone holding the strings. Fuck that.
Can't wait to fucking meddle with them in our own. Anyway.
And you're gonna be a goddamn hero today. You're gonna make friends with this whole fucking planet if you have to, and you're going to make it better. Or at least less of a complete dumpster. You tell Vriska you'll be right back and sprint down a spiral staircase. What?
Time to get eaten.
Just get eaten. You keep running, pumping your beautiful legs straight out of the door of Vriska's giant hive. You don't have to color inside the lines of someone else's story. This is your motherfucking narrative now. You take a leap when you reach the cliff and barrel over, falling fast, wind whipping past your face as you tumble through the air towards the giant white spider. A leap not of faith, but of hope. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, yeah, honestly.
You crash into the carapace of Vriska's terrible murder mom hard, cracking it with a piercing shriek. At the same time you... zap hundreds of feet above the mouth of the volcano on Jade's Island and kick off the back of the spider, leaving the giant, troll-gorged arachnid tumbling into the lava as you zap back to Alternia. Back to Vriska's respite block.
Oh my god.
You dumbass. What the fuck?
What is she gonna do?
You appear behind her. She doesn't notice you. She's looking out her window, down at the empty web, with a shocked expression.
That's what that is.
I'd be shocked too. The fuck? Still looking out the window, her stunned silence turns slowly into a grin someone less generous than you would describe as shit-eating.
Holy shit. Scrung us the bold, you actually did something.
Huh?
Man, if you cared that much, why didn't you just kill her?
Huh? Oh. Jesus, dick.
She just, alright. Like, if she's so okay with her dying, I don't know why she didn't
Yeah,
just kill her to
fucking-
begin with.
Honestly.
Like, she just looks down there and sees us, just, make her mother thing disappear.
Yep.
And she's like, haha!
Wow.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
You could have killed her, like, forever ago.
Honestly. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
This will have 0 negative repercussions. I can only assume.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. All their lusts just die in the thing, if you remember.
I remember.
Anyway.
I mean, I guess they're not gonna play the game anyway
Yep.
in this Pesterquest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
But you know.
Oh my goodness. She was just okay with it.
Well.
Okay, wait. Scroll over that there. No
No
doubles. But we did that! Castle switch. Nobody ever tanks. Let's see. Nobody ever tanks. Respect. Are you sure you can take a hit though?
Hubris and LVG.
No doubles. Pick again. All right, there it is. Yeah. Let's see what she says. Oh my god. You dopey big potential types are all the same. Good luck winning anything with that pathetic class. Okay. No. You've got to pick a name less wimpy than that. Do Tavros Nitrum. Then do Pupa Pan.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Alright, she just
Alright.
accepted that.
Okay. Weenie mode. Weenie Hut General.
Weenie.
Yes.
Yeah! You and Tavros have a lot in common.
Epic.
Yay! We did it!
At last, we've unlocked Weenie mode.
Weenie mode! Hooray!
Alright.
Alright, that's it. We're gonna cut out most of that, but yeah.
Alright.
You just get Boy Skylark and maybe name him Tavros to win.
These content warnings.
Or you could do the petticoat one and name Vriska. Or Marquise or whatever.
These just get worse and worse. Oh, no. Alright, cool warnings. Anyway, if you like to read warnings, then have I got the deal for you.
Wait, was Kanaya's just blood?
Yeah,
That's so weird because it had like you could argue body horror with the
like
undead.
zombies and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
I mean, I don't care. I'm just saying it's weird that they only put the.
They use cool song names, like usual.
Oh, they did Indigo Air. Oh my god, scroll up. I love that song so much.
What a dong. Okay. Alright, Trezzy's theme is just a QR code.
Sweet.
Great.
I wonder what the QR code leads to.
No one will find out later.
Okay. I give you a kiss on your butt.
Anyway,
We win!
Photomosh for providing an image glitching service.
You can have the rest of my sausage. I'm so stuffed.
You're so dumb. You're the real weenie.
No.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Goodbye!
Yeah.
I love you all.
Until
Thank
next
you for
time,
watching.
we gotta do Volume 7.
Volume 7.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.